Good morning, everybody, and welcome to PB Precipice on the GDQ Hotfix. My name is Fant, filling in for Adaf today, who's on vacation. We've got a wonderful show for you here today still. Just a reminder, Flame Fatales just finished its most recent all-women speedrunning event, Flame Fatales. Be sure to check out the playlist at youtube.com/gamesdonequick to find any runs you missed last week. Also, you can check out our highlights channel, which features standout moments from our hotfix shows. Use !highlights in Twitch chat to learn more. Today, we have a very, very special Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels Warpless 8-4 run by GTA, so we'll be trying to PB. GT, how are you doing today? Awesome. We love that the internet is actually working. Super excited. Now, GT, you're one of the top active runners in Classic Mario. I just did a couple looks through your active runs, and it seems to just go on forever. What is about Mario that you like so much?
I played Mario 1 growing up as a kid. We had an NES. It was probably the first game I ever beat. So there's that, childhood nostalgia for it. And then I found out about speedrunning 5 years ago through an SMB1 video. And I was like, well, this is cool. Let me look into that. And then I got hooked, and then I started doing it myself. And then 5 years later, here we are. I haven't stopped yet.
All right. So that means you're just having too much fun with it.
Exactly. It's too fun.
Now, we're running today Warpless 8-4. And if you could just brief our audience a little bit about this category, things to look for, maybe some tricks you've been working on lately to try and get through levels that may be, thorns in our side this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I don't know.
So this is the original Mario 2. We know it as the Lost Levels here in America. It was an FDS game. It was never on the actual NES, which is why we never got it around these parts. So it's SMB1, but very hard. So every level is just difficult to get through normally, let alone doing it quickly. So definitely a lot harder than stuff you'd see in SMB1, at least just normal gameplay-wise. There are some tricks here I will try to pull off. There's a triple frame perfect wall jump in 2-2. There's a double frame perfect 3-4 jump. And just a bunch of other neat wrong warps and skips you'll see if I get there at least. But again, category is pretty hard, so we'll see how far these runs get.
All right, well, we got about 3 hours for you to go through and do this. And I want to ask one more thing before we get into the runs. And, you could pick Mario or Luigi, Lost Levels, and why not my boy Luigi? Why is Mario just better?
In this, well, I don't want to get anyone riled up here, but in this game, Luigi actually has different physics. So he jumps higher and his acceleration and deceleration is slowed down. So I call it ice physics, but
yeah. The soap shoes.
A lot of the things you can do as Mario, you can't do as Luigi and vice versa. And Luigi's overall slower because of his slower acceleration. So the world record between Mario and Luigi is like 40 seconds. So they're their own separate categories. Like they're not on the exact same boards because Mario and Luigi control just so differently. But I'm a Mario guy, so that's what I'm used to. So that's what I do.
All right, very good. Well, let's see some Mario in action. And GT, whenever you are ready, throw the reins over to you to start. And, hopefully we'll see a PB today, but if not, no worries, because Lost Levels is awesome. It's like the original Kaizo game, I keep calling it. It's just so rude, the things Nintendo did designing this game. So I'm excited to see it at a high level today.
Yeah, it's a hard one. We'll see how it goes.
Good luck.
All right, so we can just get started then?
Whenever you are ready.
All right.
Have you noticed we're at minus 5.72? What's that?
Oh, yeah. So I set a delay. There's something called frame rules. They apply in this game as well. So I'm trying to match certain frame rules by being on a certain pace, and my delay sets them up better if I'm on a certain pace throughout the run. Mm-hmm. Basically, cool. I'm just delaying to get better patterns, to put it simply.
Awesome.
So also I use a hand cam, so hello. You'll be able to see what I'm pushing on the controller here might be a little different than what you see here, but I thought it'd be cool. So yeah, I'll do the first run. So I start the delay, the timer counts down while I reset, and then as you can see I gain control of Mario when it hits 0. And that's when timing starts. So that's 1-1. It's hard, believe it or not. This is what Lost Levels is like. You will die in 1-1 constantly. It's just hard. I have to like focus for 1-1. Like you're already adding a pipe jump like that. Alright, there's 1-1. So that's 1 of 32 levels, and they only get harder.
Up. Like they just make you go way out of your way.
Yeah.
Are you going to be small Mario the whole run?
No, because getting fire in both SME1 and this game is actually faster when you kill Bowser. With fire, the bridge collapsing animation doesn't play, so it actually saves a couple seconds each castle level. So the like few seconds you lose getting the power-ups is much smaller than the time saved. So it's worth it to do. So here I'll grab a mushroom, and then the next level I'll grab the fire flower.
How nice of it to be a little bit on the way.
Yeah, the next one's a bit harder though. I'm actually gonna release A right before I grab it and then repress it during the animation of me getting it to do a buffer jump. And it'll be a little faster. If I do it right, of course. Here we go. That's gonna be a bit slow. Yeah. Yeah, the pillars are hard, and then if Bowser goes forward, that's not optimal. But then we try again.
And that's what this show's all about, getting attempts in.
Yep. You'll see plenty of World 1 today, because it's really hard to get out of World 1 in Mario games generally. Especially the higher up you get.
It's classic anxiety-inducing platforming here. Every single time GT jumps on a pipe with a piranha plant in it, I was like,
Yeah, there's only a few frames per pipe jump, so there are tighter things, but it's definitely not free. Now, something I haven't mentioned yet is my PB is only 5 seconds behind world record right now. So you can call these world record attempts.
fair.
Maybe not quite what the show is called, but I can definitely world record if I get runs far enough. If my entire splits are showing on stream, right?
Yes, yeah. So everybody can see,
So-
and like I appreciate, again, just showing how optimized this game is. How many times we're gonna see plus 0.0 or a green
Yep.
0.0? It's like, how far ahead are we? Well, we need to go into more digits.
Yeah, well, the frame rule thing, you only gain or lose time in 0.35 seconds, so you won't ever see like a plus 0.1 or 0.2 unless I split incorrectly or get lag frames, which can happen. So I'm trying to just match certain frame rules the whole time. But if I do, yeah, it's a nice clean 0.0 and it looks nice.
So for the uninitiated, what is a frame rule?
basically, this game just checks for level completion every 21 frames. Oops. So yeah, if you are too far left when you do the buffer jump, you won't make it to the ledge there. Anyway, so in each level, except 8-4, the game checks for completion every 21 frames. So I'm just trying to like match those 21 frame intervals in each level. And what's nice about them is if you get on the same frame rule every time, that means you're getting there to like the level on the same frame every time. And if you just hold right and run, you'll be loading the enemies on the same frames every time, which is kind of like RNG manip in a way. Not exactly, but since, you know, patterns are dependent on what frame you spawn them on, if you spawn them on the same frame every time, you know exactly what the patterns will be. Now, in this game, it's a bit harder because you have to slow down a lot to do optimal movement in these levels, which will screw up patterns and make it more random, but in SMB1, that doesn't happen, so that's why that's able to be as optimized as it is.
Now, I do see you just like jumping here and there, you know, whenever you got a straightaway. Is that just like, you know, there's nothing to do, might as well press jump, or is there any actual benefit to doing that?
Just for fun. Nothing else to do.
Mario in his spare time just jumped for fun. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who cares about just running long straightaways? It's boring. Gotta add some flair.
Some style points.
Oops. This might be too slow to get the frame roll, which will be a good visual example. Yeah, so that was probably too slow, so instead of losing frames, this should say plus 0.3. And you can see the frame rule system in action. Look at that.
There we go.
So that's bad.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's all right.
That's fine.
It's all right.
I missed that anyway. I would have had to do a really crazy Bowser kill in order to save it back, which I don't even know if Bowser lines up on that pace, so hopefully I can just get out of World 1 on pace and we can see some more. But again, it's really hard to get out of World 1. This is how normal attempts usually look. But every now and again, you'll get one out of there and then you can do something with it until some of the harder tricks later, but we'll get there later. Anyway, I brought up my splits a little while ago because on the right is my PB splits, and on the left is something I have like my goal time. That's to keep track of certain patterns and stuff, other frame rule notes, basically. So I'm trying to match those times so I can arrive to mainly 5-4 on a certain pace where I can play it like a second faster than normal because patterns line up better. So that's what those are, but on the right is my actual PB. And I can explain more about what my pace is as time goes on. But you'll notice it's under 21:20, which is faster than record. So if I match those goal splits throughout the run, I'll get a new world record.
Ooh,
which would be cool.
That would be very cool, GT.
It would. We'll see about that though, because I've been grinding this record for pretty much a year now, so. But if
How many
was
attempts?
any day to do
it,
I
see the attempts. It's up there in the top right.
Yeah,
3,797 attempts. It's not shown on stream, but
oh, it's not okay. It's a large number, let's say.
But I know the average of that could be pretty.
Yeah, I think
pretty
when I
fast. Yeah.
When I started my grind, I didn't even have 1,000 yet. So, all right, let's get out of here. There we go. Okay, we're out of World 1.
All right. Let's go.
Optimal pace as well. So in World 2-1 here, something cool is going to happen. And I won't spoil the surprise if you haven't seen it.
I have not seen the surprise. I can't wait.
All right. So again, hard platforming. So here, I'm going to hit this vine. I'm going to hit this guy. Notice anything missing?
Wait, where's the flag? Wait, what? Excuse
Yeah.
me?
So at the beginning of this year, I accidentally discovered this. I happened to hit the vine block and hit that Koopa like that, and the flag despawned. And I didn't know what happened. We figured out how to replicate it consistently. It's actually very easy to do, and it saves 0.7 seconds. Speaking of saving time, there's that.
Okay, sure.
So I wall jumped there. I did a frame perfect jump to set myself up to do a frame perfect turnaround jump into a frame perfect wall jump. That saves a second. So glad I hit that first try because that's actually hard. Unlike flag despawn.
My goodness.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that kind of stuff. And this is World 2, by the way. Just imagine what else there is.
Oh yeah, the 32 levels of pain.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have to keep track of my coin count because if the last digit of my coins matches the last digit of the timer when I finish a level, I'll get fireworks, which is slow and bad. So I have to make sure those never line up.
Oh, is that how it works? I didn't know how to do with your coin count.
That's just in this game. In SMB 1, it's if you get a 1, 3, or a 6. But yeah, this game's a little different. So I went for a wall clip, and you need to have certain subpixels for it to work, and I just basically got unlucky. So I'm gonna lose time here, and I'll have to make it up in 3-4.
This game really makes you work for any sort of time save.
Yeah, luckily this is just
piecemeal.
what top level looks like. If you just want to like play this category to beat it, a lot of this you don't have to worry about. The challenge is just beating the levels at all. Unfortunately, I'm long past that.
Yeah.
But see,
I've
I had a
never done
30. I had a 30 on my coin and ended with a 1. So if my coin count was 31, I would have gotten 3 fireworks and lost a second. And then if it's an even number, you'll get 6 fireworks and lose 3 seconds. So don't want that. All right, here's a water level. Now I'm not on the pace I want to be on, so the patterns are going to be a bit random here because if you play it normally, they're a bit bad. So I purposely slow down so they're, yeah. Oh, wow. I thought I was dead. We're not yet, somehow.
So is it like basically frames from power on?
Yeah, that's why I have a delay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's frames from power on.
That's incredible.
But these are all random to me because I had to slow down and... Okay. That should be good. Despite that minor hesitation at the start. Yeah, what I'm gonna do here is do a really fast 3-4 strategy to see if I can save this time I lost back. Alright, look at the bottom left of the screen. Got him. I bounced on that shell and it came back and killed that Koopa right before it went off screen. It's just funny that lines up that way. So I point it out whenever it happens because it looks cool. Yeah, blue buttons on this controller. Alright, so here I have to do a double frame perfect jump as well as almost frame perfect duck jumps in order to make a cycle, and then I have to do a quick Bowser kill. So, hopefully those ducks were fast enough, double frame perfect. Nope. I'll keep it going though.
Alright.
But yeah, that jump is double frame perfect. You have to do a 1 frame jump on the last frame of that platform.
Jeez.
To make that jump. And I either didn't do a 1 frame jump or I was a frame early, but I think I just didn't do a 1 frame. So I like do a swipe jump to do a 1 frame. Yeah, so now I'm 3.8 seconds behind my PB.
So now these enemy patterns are...
Yeah, I'm a bit behind.
Okay.
These patterns are the same every time, pretty much. It'll be in later levels where it becomes more of a problem.
Okay.
These couple will be fine. And then most of the time you can get through every pattern with some really tight reactions, but some are definitely more difficult than others. I think I'm only like a second behind record though, because world record misses that 3-4 jump like I did, except I just missed it in a slower way.
This level
I'm not going to hold my
bad.
breath on this run, but I could PB it. So since it's still technically PB pace, even though it looks like I'm so far behind, I'll keep it going. But the problem with this is, yeah, some later levels I won't know what the patterns will be at all. And like 4-3 is a level where I can get kind of screwed over. We'll see how it goes. There are bullet bills that fire here. And some of them are not nice.
These springs are like my mortal enemy, GT.
Yeah.
I never got their physics.
Alright, I got a good bullet pattern, so that's nice.
Nice.
4-4 is a fun level. I have to do a really hard climb up a section and then go back down, and then Bowser's really hard to do fast.
Ah, yes, this level.
Yeah. Like, I actually did that fast and still got hit by the Koopa. It's just how tight it is. Yeah, he sat on my head. Rip. I mean, once you take damage, the run's over anyway. I just wanted to see if Bowser would play nice. But yeah, getting to 4-4 already isn't too bad, even though I wasn't quite on the pace I wanted to be. Not a bad start. I think that was first run out of World 1, too.
That was, yeah, making it all the way to 4-4. Not bad.
We'll take it. Start off strong, see if runs will keep being nice.
That Bowser situation, is that just like a thing where you just hope? You just hold right and hope?
Yeah. I mean, again, I took damage, and once that happens, the run's dead. Like, you're gonna lose too much time to either get back power-ups or lose a ton of time playing as small only. Because small only is just slower overall. So I wouldn't have been able to PB that anyway. Now, if I get hit in something like 8-4, there's a better chance, because that's just the final level and I don't need to get power-ups back, but getting hit in 8-4 also, I'd have to challenge patterns that I wouldn't be able to survive if I had fire, so just getting hit is bad. We don't want that. I was actually
So I got my notes here.
Okay.
Go fast. Don't get hit. All right.
Write that down. Very important. Will be on the test. Yeah. A few days ago, or maybe like a week ago now, I don't know what day it was, but I was on the final level on world record pace, and I got an unfortunate pattern at the very start. There's a Podoboo that jumps up at random heights, and I got a bad height. So I was small only, and when that happens in 8-4, like I was saying, you have to challenge Bowser at the end, who throws different hammer patterns. Some are impossible. I got an impossible one. So it was a big sad, but I'm just saving the world record for this stream, obviously.
Thank you so much. So now you can pop off in front of the GDQ audience when the world record comes later today.
Yep, definitely.
So jumping into that platform there, is that like just like an intentional stall to
Yeah,
put
to
Bowser in a
get
way?
my fireballs in on him.
Okay.
Yep.
I've learned watching enough Mario where if you're going through and it looks like you slowed down, it was probably intentional.
Yeah, like you'll see comments in especially old SMB1 any percent runs, and you'll see it in warpless runs today. At the end of 8-3, you do this bonk at the end of the staircase. It's so you don't get a 3 on the timer and get fireworks, which loses a second. But I mean, it kind of looks like a mistake because you just bonk on the ending staircase. So you'll see comments like, oh, you screwed up there, that's a time save. But no, if you just grab the flagpole, you're losing more time. So, yes, if we slow down and we're not upset by it, it was intentional, probably. All right, well, we got to do that wall jump again, so we'll see how that goes. It's just that easy. Just 3 frame perfect inputs, nothing. A cake.
How many
walk,
frames per
really.
second is this game running at?
A nice 60.09 to be exact.
Oh.
It's a little faster than 60. That's just how the NES was. That's why if you play on something like the Switch, which runs at 60, your runs will actually be slower than on original hardware.
Wow.
Now, luckily, if you play on an emulator, which a lot of people do, it emulates the accurate frame rate, so that doesn't happen. So it's a nice other option if you don't have a console. But yeah, if you play on... And then WeVC is like 59.9 or something. It's slower than 60, so that's super slow. All right, let's see if the clip works
this is
today.
definitely today I learned. So don't speedrun NES games on the Switch is what I'm getting.
Well, you can. It'll just be slower.
Yeah, it'll just be slower.
Also, bad subpixels again, so I'm actually going to try something here. No, I tried to miss bonking on that platform and see if I could kill Bowser quicker, which is really hard, but no, I bonked, so I'll lose a frame rule again.
So can you do anything at all for this subpixel stuff, or is it essentially pure RNG?
I think it's just luck. Maybe there's a way you could get it consistent, but you have to do a turnaround jump to get up there, and it's a tight corridor. So there's no really good way to set it up. So at least the way I'm doing it, it's luck, because there's no way I can see it being able to be consistent. Now, there's a lot of other things you could manipulate your subpixels for. This game just doesn't have a lot of that. There's too much pressing left, mandatory left presses. That's something like SMB1 doesn't have. So I'm going to get random patterns here, because I did that turnaround. Usually the random
On the
patterns
Bowser
are better.
fight.
Yeah, bad. That's a bad cheat. So if I get to that level on the frame rule I want, I'll get good patterns almost every time. But on that frame rule, it's kind of just random. And I got unlucky, basically. So hopefully 2.4 will give me the subpixels I need to clip, and I can get to that level on pace and not have to worry about it, and then I can get to 3.4 again. Yeah. In this category, a lot of luck needs to go your way, and I'm generally unlucky when it comes to luck-based stuff, so... Shoutouts to my internet last time we tried to do this. So... But honestly, I'm playing pretty well so far, so I got nothing to complain about.
And we've got a lot of runs out of World 1.
Yeah. It's hard to get out of World 1. So I'm
outside of some
backwards
hiccups at the
jumps here
start.
for fun.
Outside of some hiccups at the start, we haven't even reset in 1-1.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's a hard level.
Are there any breaks for you at all? Like, you get to one point, it's like, all right, this level's free. Or is it just every single level is just you have to focus so much?
There are a few levels that I would call free, I guess. There's not a lot. But there's a couple. Like, 1-2's not that hard. You're basically running on the ceiling the whole time. 2-1's pretty easy, even with the flag despawn strat. 2-3 is pretty easy. 3-3. Most of the first 2 levels of World 4. After that, it starts being a bit hard. But yeah, there's a couple. And there's a nice visual of how awesome firebar hitboxes are.
It definitely hits you. That's what the game did.
It hit me, but I don't think the sprites really connected. But you know, whatever. There's actually a fun mechanic in both this game and SMB1 where enemy collision only happens every other frame. If people know what bullet bill glitch is in SMB1, that relies on that mechanic where you land on the bullet the second frame and skip over the first, which is why there's a whole coin toss that only works half the time because of how enemy collision's handled. But for firebars, I think it collides with you every frame as opposed to how everything else works. So it makes it even harder to get through firebars. There's a lot of complicated stuff when it comes to these games.
Didn't get the backward jumps for good luck.
Yeah, the opening section where I had to slow down, land on that Goomba, and then make it through that tight section at the start was a bit slow. And doing backwards jumps is actually slower.
Yeah.
For every frame, you're like, I'm doing that backwards jump and I'm on the ground. I'm losing frames.
But it looks like you hit the same frame rules, so...
I did, so we're good.
Yeah.
I did that because I didn't do the backwards jumps. If I did the backwards jumps, I might have lost it.
Oh, so that was pure swag where it's
mean.
like, I can lose frames and it doesn't matter. So we're just going to style? Okay, I love that.
Yeah, if I know a frame rule's pretty easy and I'm on good pace, I can do intentional slowdowns for fun and still get it.
I got a question in chat. Is flagpole glitch possible in Lost Levels? Well,
Yep.
just you wait.
It works
Just you
exactly
wait.
the same, actually. But there aren't any really good setups. There are some. I could try to get one in this level just to appease the masses, but most levels there aren't good setups for them. And especially in this category, you can save a ton of time doing other things that aren't as hard as getting a 5 frame perfect input trick that only saves a third of a second. So it's not worth it to do it in this category. But you can. I'll try to get it in 1-1 once for the fans. Next run.
For the fans.
Which might be sooner
that's you.
than you think. Yep, there it is.
That's you, chat.
All right, here we go. I'll go
You
for
are the
it.
fans. Let's
It's
go.
It's a hard setup though. Okay, it's a frame perfect jump off of there, and then I pushed it down right, but I think I did it. And then I have to do some frame perfect stuff at the end. All right, 2 Goombas, Koopa. Yeah, okay, so I'm set up for it. So first try. All right. I did everything right except inputs at the pole. So I was like 1 frame perfect input off.
So close.
Luckily, I just got the setup again, so here we go. There we go.
Oh my
See?
god.
It's possible.
Is that free?
No. I did so many frame perfect stuff there. And look, it only saves 0.3. So is it really worth it? No.
But it was 0.3 seconds.
I can save like 10 seconds. Doing much easier things than that. But
Hey,
it
it's
is
the styling that
once.
counts.
Yeah, I did it though. It happened.
Oh my goodness. GG's, well done. I'm glad we got to see that. There you go, chat. Are you happy?
Now don't expect that again. Because there's no reason to go for it in this category. Thank you for posting my wonderful FPG emote. So now I have a whole frame rule to work with. Which probably won't end up mattering. So I'll probably purposely take this level a little safer and lose that time, but then I'll just be on normal pace.
Now, if you're ahead of frame rolls, that could also just mess with you because you don't know what the enemy patterns are going to look like.
Yeah, it can, but the early levels aren't reliant on stuff like that. Bowser kind of is, I guess, so we'll see what he does. Oh, he gave me the pattern I'm used to getting. So I just got lucky there. So I'm actually going to stay 0.3 ahead, I think.
Let's go. For the fans...
Which means if I
ahead.
carry this pace to 2.4, I don't need the clip to be on pace. So I wouldn't be plus 0.3. So this FPG might actually save my butt today. We'll see. I still have to do the wall jump in 2-2 though, but if I get past that...
Is this, I forget, is this the level where we see the... Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, the flag despawn.
The other flagpole
There it
glitch,
is.
that's called something else. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just flag despawn. I'm
The
basically
flag
keeping
despawn.
enough sprite slots occupied where the flag can't spawn. And yeah, it just despawns, and that's what happens when it despawns and you save 2 frame rolls. It's pretty cool. I found it by a complete accident.
I think it's incredible that... When did you find this?
January of this year.
January 2022.
This
Stuff
jump is
still
so
being
great.
found
Yep.
in a game that released in 1986.
86. Yep. Yeah, you don't see a lot of new discoveries. I mean, you could have despawned the flag in other levels, but yeah, not 2-1. And that's useful for speedruns. Also, I think I'm 3 for 3 on the triple frame perfect wall jump in 2-2. You know,
I've never seen it failed ever, so
yeah.
it's free in my eyes, from my experience.
Yes, definitely free, not
As the person
multiple
not
frame
playing
perfect.
this brutally difficult video game.
Yeah. All right, so we don't even need the clip. So I might not even go for it. But I'm trying to think if that would screw up my firebar patterns. I guess I'll go for it. And then if I miss it, it's just fine. Oh, now you work. Okay. This game is a troll. Do it when I'm ahead. Now I don't know what Bowser will do to me. But he was nice. Okay. Now I'm getting to the point where being a frame rule ahead is interesting. I don't think I've ever been ahead this far in. Like, I'm always 0.0, and I make sure I'm 0.0, like, tied.
Well, I guess we'll
0.3
find
is
out.
Interesting. I might even purposely lose one here. Oh, okay. Glad I reacted to that. Yeah, you know what? It's been fun, but I want to be on frame rules I know. I wasn't
Fair.
expecting this to get so far. Because this will probably end up... Oh, I didn't lose the frame... What? I
It's
slowed
fine.
down so long.
It's fine.
This
You're
isn't
just going
fine.
too fast.
Yes, I'm going too fast. It's starting to become a problem. I've never been to 3-2 on this pace, I don't think. Well, hopefully patterns are nice. Okay, so far so good. That's not okay. Yeah, that blooper's supposed to go left. I've never seen him go right in my life. So that's why you want certain frame rules. Oh. So let's not do that again. I've never seen that blooper go to the right. I didn't know that was possible. So I guess you could say that's never happened before.
There we go. We got it.
And now I'm upset that I didn't lose the frame rule in 3-1, even though I slowed down forever. But there's a nice visual example that as long as you match that 21 frame interval, you'll not lose time. So I played that super slow and it was the same as if I played it normally. Now, goal says 0.1 there because I split late. I am splitting manually, so.
I think it's pretty incredible you've been able to split with that consistency, period. So, that's
Yeah.
fine. Good stuff.
You don't want to go bottom.
We didn't want
there.
that run anyway, so it's all good.
My A button's acting up on me, it feels like. You know, the controller rubbers, I have to replace them monthly almost. They get worn out so quickly with how much you use the controller. They act up all the time. So hopefully it doesn't do anything too dumb on me. I just think I'm getting some dropped held A presses. Sometimes that's why some jumps are getting really short when they shouldn't be. It's hard to tell sometimes, for sure, though. There it is. And since I did that fast, I can do the swag backwards jumps.
How much slower is it?
Like a few frames. It depends on how quickly I jump. Because I'm only losing frame. Like, I could do frame perfect jumps there and not lose frames. What's losing frames is the amount of time I'm on the ground facing the wrong way. To do those backwards jumps the way I'm doing it, I'm holding down right while I'm facing left. And that interrupts him facing to the right, my down press. But it also slows him down because I'm not holding right. Just right. Like, it's just something fun to do.
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
It's not
Heck,
useful
yeah.
at all, yeah, but it's cool, so I do it.
Speedrunning in a nutshell. If the swag does not lose time, well,
Exactly.
your decision is easy.
In fact, I say, especially even in races, the swag's better than going fast. You want to put on a show. And it's definitely not a copium for if I'm not playing well in races. But for here, when it doesn't lose time, it's just a win-win. There's another World 1. We're getting there. The consistency is improving. This feels like a normal attempt session. Actually better than some days I have so far.
Got the flagpole glitch. So hitting that vine, does that just stay loaded in memory?
Yep. And it doesn't do that in SMB1, it's just this game. Yeah, it permanently occupies a sprite slot throughout the duration of the level.
Wow.
So,
and does
yeah.
the one-up mushroom do the same?
No, what causes that flag despawn is the vine being loaded, and then I hit that last Koopa. There's the 3 Goombas on the stairs that are loaded, and then the last Koopa, I hit it, and it starts walking to the right, and that keeps it on screen long enough so when the flag tries to spawn, there's too many sprite slots occupied.
That's so cool. So the one-up just happens to be there, but it doesn't actually do anything.
4 for 4. Yeah, I just hit that for fun. I promise this is multiple frame perfect inputs. I haven't missed it yet, though. But I promise it's hard. Anyway, Cosmic made a video about flag despawn that goes into more detail. So, if anyone's interested in learning more. And then, of course, I made a little video when I discovered it. So there's that, too.
You could have named it after yourself.
Well, I mean, flag despawn was already a known thing. I'm not gonna take credit for the discovery of despawning flags. It's just the 1 and 2-1 was my doing.
The GT 2-1 Classic. GT, you could call it the GT Classic. There you go.
Never on pace, huh? Only when I'm ahead of the pace I want does it work. Interesting troll. Subpixels are dumb. I went for the quick kill and barely did not work. So the way Bowser dies to fire is it takes 5 shots. So you have to do all 5 shots super fast. You can also only have 2 fireballs on screen at a time. So you can't shoot 3 fireballs 3, 4, and 5 until like 1 and 2 have already made contact. So you're basically just mashing and hoping. But there is an interesting mechanic that can happen that would be helpful there, where Bowser actually has 2 hitboxes. One for like his top half and one for his bottom half. And if one fireball happens to collide with both hitboxes on the same frame, it counts for 2 damage. So you can kill him with 3 fireballs, but 2 of the fireballs would have to hit both hitboxes, and that's not really in your control, and also it's very hard for that to happen, but it just can happen. One of those cool quirks with the game.
Now, GT, have you ever attempted to run the All-Stars version of this?
Of this? Yes.
How is that for you?
I mean, it's about the same. There are some minor differences, like there's less despawning of enemies because it can handle more, like a flag despawn won't work in All-Stars. There's slight mechanic changes, especially with brick breaking physics. You'll keep going up so you can like bonk on bricks if you hit them. Basically, I like to rant about All-Stars being worse. It has some things better about it, but I've always preferred like NES, SMB1, and FDS this game. But Warpless D4 is like its own beast that's pretty cool, so I can't really complain about that category. That's a very interesting category. It's basically this, but on All-Stars, and then you also add in World 9 and the challenge letter worlds that you unlock. And I think in All-Stars...
Oh, was that an All-Stars exclusive? Wait, what?
No, the World 9 and the letter worlds are in this game too. World 9 unlocks if you beat this game warpless, so I would actually unlock World 9 if I finish a run. And then the letter worlds unlock if you beat the game 8 times and then hold A and push start on the title screen.
How are you supposed to know this?
I don't know.
Is this a Nintendo Power? Call the hotline, get the secrets,
well,
additional content?
This game was never in the US, so there wouldn't have been Nintendo Power here for it. So I don't know. But yeah, that's how it is.
How do you know that? Oh
I don't know.
Gosh.
We know it now. But yeah, in All-Stars,
Yeah.
I think you just unlock the levels after. I think World 9 is only after Warpless, but you get the letter levels immediately. Like the game just continues consistently. You don't have to do any dumb stuff like in this game. But because I have all of that unlocked, if I complete a Warpless run, there is a category for doing all levels of this game that I have had the record in. And I usually continue. Okay, so that was 1 frame early on the frame perfect jump to get over to the wall jump, which is why I didn't get a pixel to jump off of. So I finally screwed it up. I promise it's hard. I had to prove that it's hard. Yeah. So I just had to prove that it isn't free because I've been hitting it way too many times. Oh, I should have showed. Okay, I'll remember if I reset again. But since I've beaten this game plenty more than 8 times, I actually have the letter levels unlocked and can load them. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the Warpless D4 All-Stars is cool. You play every level back to back, and it's a lot easier to do than in this game where you have to beat the game Warpless and then you have to make sure to hold A and start after you do it to do an all levels run. that's just a seamless thing, which is cool. That's a positive I can say about All Stars. And then I will complain that I like NES SMB1 better than All Stars SMB1. But at the same time, I have the world record in Warpless All Stars of SMB1, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
I mean, it's not uncommon for speedrunners to hate the game they're playing.
I guess not. Maybe not the best mindset to be in, though. I just prefer the mechanics of the original. All Stars changed too many things in a weird way, where it's kind of unfun. But I don't know. It's got its charm. It's got its unique stuff about it. So for an FPG to work, you need very specific subpixels. Like when I did it in 1.1 here, I manipulated them by doing very frame-perfect setups and stuff. I had a slow 1.3 there, so I just went for it randomly. Just no setup, which will never work. Except for the very, very rare occasion where you just happen to have subpixels line up. But that's very rare. But it has happened.
Type 1, if you are the biggest fan of subpixels and all of the RNG they bring to these video games.
I would type a 2. They are very annoying sometimes. If you can manipulate them like you can in SMB1 any percent especially, it's kind of cool. Being able to control subpixels. It's just kind of cool, but when things rely on them and you can't really control them, it's basically luck. And I don't like luck. Luck is bad. I like running games that I can fully control.
If you could pick one superpower, would it be to manipulate subpixels? It sounds cool.
I guess. I mean, I can already do that in SMB1. I do it in this game too sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like, you can control subpixels, you just can't always control subpixels. Like, once you're pressing left, everything goes out the window. Alright, let's get out of World 1 again.
We got some questions in chat about what exactly is a subpixel.
So, like, a pixel is what you can physically see on the screen, but like Mario's position on the screen and some other mechanics about it are more precise than a visible pixel. So they're called subpixels, where you can't see them, but they're there in the code. That's like the basic explanation I can give. It's pretty complicated. But yeah, I'll use SMB3 as an example because they do some subpixel manipulations. And I think in that game, like, you can tap right and Mario won't physically move a pixel, but every time you tap right, his subpixel value will go higher. And then when it, like, goes back to 0 after you've done it enough, that's when he moves a pixel. And there's like 16 of them or something. So it's like... And then I think it's even more complicated. That's just like an example I could think of where you can kind of know what your subpixel is and how it relates to a physical pixel that you can see.
Yeah, another way of thinking about it is like you could see like each individual pixel is like pixel 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. But
yeah,
Mario's position could be a decimal, so it'd be like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3.
Yeah, that's like basic terms. It's more complicated, even more complicated than I can fully explain. I don't even understand it fully, but that's like what makes sense to me. Also, I missed the wall jump, so I got 2 out of 3 frame perfect jumps there. But you need all 3. I promise it's hard. Ignore the...
I'm starting to believe you.
Yes. I just improving my point here. I had to hit it 4 times in a row so I could look cool, but now this is how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to miss it a few times. Oh yeah, I forgot to show letter worlds. I'll remember eventually. There's just so much to talk about. Lost Levels is so complicated.
I'm still just like in general mesmerized with the movements. Seeing like just a clean run of this is super impressive.
It's also super hard to actually see a clean run of this, as it's so hard to get a clean run of this. Even the world record has plenty of mistakes in it. Like, if I get out of World 3 on the pace I want to, which is just doing everything I've showcased, but getting that other, like, double frame perfect jump in 3-4, I'll be 3 seconds ahead of it.
Wow.
Because world record misses that jump that I go for. My PB hits it, though, so my PB is ahead of the world record for a little bit before I fall behind to a worse late game, but I'm up there. I could get it.
So, I myself have never beaten this game. The furthest I have ever gotten is 4-4. I didn't beat 4-4, but I got to 4-4.
Did you play on FDS or SNES?
I played on the Super Mario Collection. It's like the Japanese version of All Stars.
Okay, yeah, so SNES. Well, that's good for like a casual playthrough, I'd recommend, because when you like game over, when you restart, it'll put you back on that level. So like if you die in 4-3, game over in 4-3, you can just play 4-3 again. So it's almost like game overs don't matter. In this game, if you game over, the only thing you can do is continue. And if you die in 4-3, it'll take you to 4-1. It'll take you to the start of the world and not the level. So it's a bit harder for a casual playthrough.
It's brutal.
Yeah, so that's another positive I can give All Stars. It's better for the casual experience. See a flag?
I don't think I've ever seen that flag.
Yeah, you never will.
Yeah. Is it very consistent, like the way you have it set up?
I would call that free for me. Like the stuff you have to do to get it to happen isn't hard. You just have to know how to do it. Like anyone at home, it's just hit the vine and then now you do have to do like a perfect speed run of the level. You don't slow down. Or maybe you even can. It might even be that easy. Dang, I'm really missing this now. But yeah, it's just to hit the vine to make it spawn, and then make sure that Koopa at the end goes to the right. You bounce off of it and make sure it goes to the right. And then just keep that and the Goombas loaded on screen long enough and it'll despawn every time. There's no luck involved or anything. So it's...
All right, GT and everyone we're watching, after this run, we are going to be heading into a break. So best of luck. Hopefully we don't go into a break for 22 more minutes. But if we end the run a little bit sooner, we're just going to take a brief 5-minute recess to stretch, call it our wellness break. So advance warning now.
All right. We'll see how far I can get. It could be as early as this level. So we'll see. All right, it won't be this level.
Are we going to get the backwards jumps?
I'll do the backwards jumps.
Yeah, let's go.
Very important.
Does your current PB do the backwards jumps?
I hope so. I don't really remember. Like, it could have had a bad opening and I didn't do them to make sure I didn't lose time. I don't know.
Do you have a single most hated level? Or just like, it's this level
6-2,
again?
not even hard. I don't have to think about it for a second. All right, so I have a 3 here. So I'm going to purposely slow down to make sure... Oh, I still got a 3. Even though I slowed down a lot. But you see, okay, visual. I got a 3. My coin count is a 3. Badoo, badoo, badoo. And I lost a second. So again, just showcasing everything I've been talking about. Be sure we got it all out of the way. This run's pretty much dead. Yeah, okay. So I guess it's break time.
It is break time.
It's break time.
Maybe we come back, you could show us some letter stuff that you keep on forgetting to do.
I'll do that first thing.
All right, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be going into a brief 5-ish or so minute break, and there's going to be a lot more Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels Warpless 8-4 attempts by GT Ace here going throughout the show. So, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the game, as always. See you soon. And welcome back from the break, everyone. We hope you enjoyed a nice stretch and some extra water at your table. As a reminder, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support weekly hotfix content. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy these weekly hotfix shows. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. You're watching PB Precipice, and GT Ace is currently going for PB attempts in Warpless 8-4 Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels on the Famicom disc system. I think I got it all. But GT Ace, you're going to show off some of the letter stuff, just as like a nice change of pace, reset a little bit. So, take it away whenever you're ready.
I just mentioned earlier you have to beat the game 8 times and unlocks. These stars you see at the top are how many times the game is beaten. I've probably beaten it more and I just didn't save some, but that's more than 8 stars. So if I hold A and push start, it'll go through a loading sequence. Oh, what? Go through the loading sequence. There it is. I don't know why it didn't work the other time. Here's A-1. First world level of the letter worlds. I have played plenty of these as well. I actually think I have a longer history with these. Oh boy.
Do you have any full game, every single Lost Levels level?
Yeah, there's
start to finish.
Okay, that was A1, by the way. I'm gonna go back to attempts. Yeah. So there's an all levels run where you would do a warpless run, which unlocks World 9. You do World 9, and then after that, you hold A on the screen and then do the letters. So you do them all at once. And I usually do that after a warpless run because it just makes sense to after you complete a warpless run to continue it to do all levels. But then there are also categories called Worlds A through D, any percent in warpless, where timing starts at that level. I just played A1. And I've had the record in both of those categories as well. And I'm still second place in both of them.
All right. Buzz, hear me out. What about essentially fresh cart speedrun A3? So you got to beat it eight times. You got to beat it 8 times and then go finish the bonus world all in one run.
I don't know if you'll be surprised to hear this, but that also exists in the category extensions. There is a new game, Letter Worlds, where you beat the game 8 times and then do a Letter Worlds.
So would the standard category, technically speaking, be like a new game plus?
I guess technically. In a way, because you're just like unlocking extra content, beating the game a certain amount of times.
Right.
and you can access it from the title screen. So in a way, it's just like its own separate thing. So we don't call it a New Game Plus, but I guess in a way, technically it is, because it's not a fresh, never before played cartridge. Oh boy. Gotta have a faster mushroom grab than that. But yeah, there's plenty of categories of this game. And then for every category, there's also a Luigi run because of how differently Luigi controls, as I mentioned earlier.
Was this the first instance where Luigi received like different physics than Mario?
Yep, because in SMB1, in the 2-player mode, yeah, Luigi controlled the exact same as Mario did. So this was the first game to give him some unique features that have carried through till today.
The soap shoes and the high jump, yeah.
Yep. Originated here. But I'm not good at controlling Luigi in this game, so I play as Mario. I guess I won't rule out the idea someday that I might try Luigi for fun, but definitely probably not at a high level.
Fun in my
high level
speedruns?
Luigi is pretty good. So, check out all the speedruns of both Mario and Luigi if you want. You can see how different they are. Plenty of different strategies and stuff.
Kind of amazed just how many categories have been able to been derived from this game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Mario Bros. 1, Mario Bros. 2, fundamentally they are quite simple games, like just from a top level, not getting to the nitty gritty of, you know, how they work, but, you know, it's like you go left to right and there's levels and some warps and sure, but you just go get in.
About high level category extensions runs. I have quite a history in SMB1 with that. I think at one point I had like half of the category extension world records.
Yeah,
at one point.
Yeah, you get stuff like, you know, All Stars, where you get all the stars in the All Stars version of the game.
Yeah, I don't have much of a... I mean, I have the one warp record in the category extensions for lost levels, but I haven't touched a lot of the category extensions of this game. I've always been more of an SMB1 guy, but, you know, the games control fundamentally the same, so if you play SMB1, you can play lost levels, so a lot of people play both. But yeah, I should try out some of those other categories. There's like a coinless run. There's one called Warp Abuse. That's funny because in this game, some warp zones take you back worlds, which is a funny troll in itself. So I think it's like taking every warp back. And it's just one of those funny things. So like a warpless run with many extra steps. But yeah, you can come up with like any just random goal in a game and it can be its own speedrun.
Absolutely.
Like there are plenty of things people run that aren't even on the category extensions. And I think SMB1 category extensions, there's like over 40 leaderboards. And people still find other stuff they want to do.
I think my favorite always is Pacifist.
Yeah, I've done some Pacifist.
I don't know how you get by Bowser.
Well, timing stops when you grab the axe, and technically Bowser isn't dead yet, so... that's our... Like, you can't fire kill him. But, like, the axe is fine. Bowser dies on his own terms. Like, he put the axe there, that's his fault.
Sure.
You know, that's our reasoning.
Checks out, I think.
Actually, I don't think
this jump you're doing to get that fire flower, I'm just like, how are you not falling into the pit? Is it just a simple hold right, or is there like some precise lineup to make that work?
Now, yeah, my lineup's precise. I have to have a certain amount of momentum going right. And then if I don't have enough, I'll do like a small buffer jump so I don't like bonk the ceiling, which pushes me down faster. But the reason I'm like jumping up there and getting over is when you grab a power up, you can do something called a buffer jump, where if you're not holding A while you're grabbing the power-up and the animation's playing, you can hold an A press, and the first frame after the animation, Mario will jump in the air. And that gets me, like, to jump over that gap. So you see that in both this game and SMB1 Warpless. Well, SMB1 Warpless if you go super fast, but... Actually, I think there's a way you don't even need to do that. So really just this game. It's the big use I can think of for it. Or that method is definitely the fastest method of grabbing the fire flower.
I want to try this flagpole despawn myself.
Yeah?
Looks so cool. Doesn't look too bad either.
No, it's not. Anyone can do it.
Even you, chat. Even me.
Yep. After the discovery, I saw people talk about how they got it, and they don't even run the game. So, anyone can do it. It's really not that hard. It'll probably take a few attempts because you do have to, like, know what you're doing to beat the level. But I don't even think you need to speedrun it. I don't know how lenient it is. I obviously speedrun the level so I don't slow down at all, but I think it works even if you take your time. As long as you hit the vine block and make sure the Koopa is far enough to the right and the Goombas are all on screen when the flag tries to load. Alright. Hopefully subpixels are nice for the first time today on this pace, where I can clip into the wall. Please? Let's go. Also shot fireballs for fun while in the wall because it's just funny. Another swag thing. And I'm actually perfectly on pace. Out of World 2 now. So I should be lined up for 3-2. And I just need to get to 3-4 now. Also, if you've seen SMB1, when you bounce off an enemy, you don't go that high. In this game, you go slightly higher. So there's different physics, very slight different physics that can affect things. And that's why if I jump off an enemy from the bottom, you can do something called a super jump where you go super high. I do that in 1-3 if you've noticed. And hopefully if I get to 5-1, you'll see a great example of one of those super jumps. Hope you enjoyed me swimming to the music.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That was actually helpful too. Helps keep patterns consistent for the most part. Once I push left here though, they get a bit weird. Because you have to go left there to not hit that coral. But generally they're nice. We'll see. See, the blooper went left there, just to show that that's what's supposed to happen. Unlike the run
all
earlier.
According to plan.
Yes. So that's what 3-2 looks like. Correctly. And then 3-3 is pretty easy. And I'll see if I can do that funny Koopa kill again. Yep, alright, bottom left. Got him.
Hey, got him.
Get wrecked. Now that's a good example of just doing something swag for fun. Alright. In this level I need a frame perfect 1-frame jump. That sounds hard. It's because it is, so hopefully I hit it. So we can have a run on pace.
Let's go, let's go.
It's right here. 1 frame late. I can tell I was 1 frame late because Mario didn't jump at all. But I'll continue it. I might even still be tied record pace because world record misses that jump. And I think my recovery was a little better than last time that happened. I wish I didn't keep missing it, though.
We'll get there. We'll
Yeah, I'm only 2 point... Oh, my mic clipped. Anyway, I think I'm only 2.4 behind this time. So 2.4 behind my PB should be about tied record pace, I think. So I'm still world record pace, despite missing that jump. So definitely grounds to continue the run.
Now, have you, like, at this specific deficit here, are you still familiar with, like, the patterns you're going to be seeing?
No, not really. I have it very specific to, like, showing 0.0 on goal. Because generally, I reset if I miss that jump, but I want to have some deeper runs. And also, I mean, technically, I'm on PB pace, so I don't want to throw it away, but...
Gotcha.
Yeah, like, I just have stricter rules for me, I guess. So I don't really keep track of patterns that are really slow. But this isn't too bad. But in something like this level, I don't know what the bullets will do, so... This could be interesting. Yep, right in my face. Not much you can do about that one. There's a super jump.
All right.
But yeah, I took damage, so that's a reset. All right, hopefully I
super
can
jump. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'll show off the 1 and 1-3 I keep talking about. I do it every time, but I've never like said, "Oh, check this out." So that one I do every time, and then hopefully I can get a run to 5-1, where I can do one that saves a ton of time and looks pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully I can get out a 3-4 at least once during the stream on pace, and then I'll have a much better chance of getting something going.
I just want to see the dreaded 6-2 once.
It's a water level that where you have to press left a lot, so the patterns are pretty much random every single time. So that's why I hate it, personally, because I hate luck-based stuff. But there are some things I can do to try to negate the luck. It's just super hard, so that doesn't help its case. So that's why I hate it. I've lost so many world record runs to 6-2. Alright, here's the super jump I do every time here. Whee!
Yeah. So is that landing on a Koopa at like a specific frame?
Yeah, it just happens to be lined up there every time. It's not really a frame, I think you have a little bit of leeway. But yeah, if you jump too late, you'll take damage. So you have to hit it at a certain angle where you won't get hit. And that one just lines up pretty nicely, where you have a good amount of leeway to hit it. Alright, World 1 is going very well. Cannot complain. More runs out of World 1, the more chances I have at 2-2 wall jump. And the more times we get to see the beautiful flag despawn. What?
What? Excuse me?
You heard the fireball come out, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
So. Oh, I still could have gotten flag despawn. I forgot to hit the Koopa. So that's like camera. Hello. Focus, please. I guess we're in blurry mode. Okay. My camera's my phone, so my setup's pretty jank. I'm not exactly a professional, but I try to make things work. Anyway, I think that was like a frame perfect fireball or something. I don't know. Because that's happened before. You like shoot the fireball and the fireball moves faster than Mario, so it's supposed to be able to kill anything in front of him, but there's like one frame where it just doesn't hit it in time.
All right.
It might even be part of the coin toss mechanic I was talking about, but that speculation on my part, so I'm not going to say that's a fact. I don't actually know why that exactly happens. I'll just try shooting the fireball one frame earlier next time. Usually, that's the strat. Just do something a frame earlier.
Do you have an exact count memorized of how many frame perfect inputs you have to do throughout a full run?
I could probably give a number, but it wouldn't be that high. Not in this category. Really, there's only like 5 that I can think of. The jump in 3-4 is double frame perfect. So frame perfect 1 frame jump to make the gap jump there. And then the 2-2 wall jump, it's double frame perfect, but I set it up so it's triple. But the setup lines it up better where I hit the other frame perfects. So for me, it's 3 frame perfect jumps. And that's pretty much it, I think. There are some wall clips you can get. I don't know if those are frame perfect, though. They definitely be close. But that's pretty much it for this. Oh my god, camera, please. That's pretty much it for this category. Now, like, the any percent record of this game probably has like 20. All right, focus on my controller. There you go. That's what gets the camera to focus up. You show it's the beautiful blue buttons. It'll focus right up.
We've had a number of comments throughout the show today about just where you got that awesome blue button controller.
So this controller I got is like a special refurbished controller. Someone named CHX, I think they have the Metroid NES world record still. Don't quote me on that. But I think they still have it. But he makes like cool refurbished controllers. He also makes really cool painted consoles and controllers and stuff. I just got a normal one. But he has a collection of like a bunch of different colored buttons, and you can choose which ones you want. And I thought the blue looked cool.
It does.
But there's a rainbow you can choose from. Yeah, my EverDrive that I play off of is blue, so it kind of matches that too. So like the controller still matches the color scheme of both the cartridge and the console. So it really just works out. I can here. See?
Oh, there it is.
Beautiful. There's the TV, by the way.
I'm loving this.
It's a nice big Sony Trinitron, like 27 inches. It's a big boy. And then if you've noticed, my quality's pretty nice. I have an RGB modded AV Famicom, so I'm able to capture the gameplay and component quality. But I wanted to quickly show off my Nintendo 64 that's even cooler, the whole blue and blue EverDrive. And it all matches, so that's really cool. But yeah, I have like a splitter over there. I capture cards over here. Also, Danger's Burb. I put it on my TV. I got some stickers on here from various stuff I've gotten from GDQs. So I'm also wearing a GDQ shirt, but I'm not going to point the camera at me. Sorry. You can take my word for it.
Yeah, a look into the setup for GTA. So I just want to comment, this counter that you have the TV, the consoles on, and Chad could probably agree with me on this. is one of the cleaner setups I've seen. Like, there's a surprisingly little amount of, cable runs all the way back there. Impressive.
Yeah, apparently you didn't see that. And that, but I'll take the compliment. Yeah, I really want to revamp it though. Get a ton of more stuff, but a ton of more stuff requires money that I don't have, so it's hard to get everything you want. It already took a lot of money to get like all the component stuff set up and mod all the consoles, get the consoles. Now I should say, if you want to start speedrunning, you don't have to go through all of that. I did it because I like having quality capture footage, but so a lot of people put in the money and effort to do all that, but you can just have a nice Dazzle capture card, composite quality. Like, that's how I started when I played on console. I actually started playing on emulator on a keyboard. Y'all gotta start somewhere.
Can't imagine playing a platformer on a keyboard. I did it once with Super Meat Boy, and never again.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good... People can do it. A lot of the world records for SMB1 and Lost Levels are on keyboard, but... And I was able to get pretty good times on it. But yeah, once I picked up a controller, actually going to SGDQ 2018, my first GDQ, is the first time I played on proper consoles. And that's what made me decide, oh yeah, this is so much better for me. And that's when I made the switch. So shoutouts to GDQ, honestly. Really life-changing. But yeah, I just prefer the feel. It's nice to play on original hardware. No, I'm not like you must play an original hardware kind of guy, but just whatever you have and are able to play on is good. But I just prefer the feel of it. I like playing on a TV, original console and controller. It just feels good. It's more responsive too, because I used to have pretty bad input lag on my laptops. So this minimizes the input lag for me. But people with better computers, that wouldn't happen to them.
Yeah, and I think, one thing for sure, don't let the image that you need to play on console, like GT was saying, like the best setup you have is the one that you could use right now.
Yep.
So if you can just get into speedrunning with what you have at home, it may not be the most optimized for world records, but it sure is good enough to just pick up a controller and start having fun. So.
Yep.
Easy trick, by the way.
Yeah, easy. Well, I'm really trying to drive the point across that it's not free, but I'm not making a good example of it. But yeah,
Still think the nemesis is the dang subpixels.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last run it worked, so hopefully it'll work again.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just gonna say I went through so many setups. I've improved it over time. Right now it's pretty good. It's what it works for me, which is all you need, but there's so much more I want to do. Like, I'm never satisfied with it, but it's grown so much since I started. And if you really want to take it seriously and want to grow your setup over time, you can do that too. But I started with really basic stuff. So that's how everyone should start. You don't need all the fancy dollars put in for big ol' setup. Just play the game with whatever means you have. Also, I got the clip, by the way, so Pog. Subpixels were nice.
Good job, Subpixels. You did it.
Let's go, Subpixels. Finally being nice. Love to see it.
So this should set up 3-2 to be nice and friendly for you.
For the most part, yeah. At least the opening. And then if I get to 3-2 on this frame rule, it's usually not a problem. But it can very rarely be weird because there is a point where you have to push left to avoid some coral. But here. Swim to the music a little bit. Actually, it sets me up pretty well. I would do that in SMB1 all the time too when Morphless runs. Just swim to the music at the start.
Terrifying.
Yeah, so you have to hold left there and that will change some stuff. So now it's reaction based, but this level's not too bad.
So is it like just very slight variations in
Yeah.
how long you hold left that does it, whether it's a frame, 2 frames?
Yeah, like it's pretty much going to be different every time. And yeah, just all the
GG.
cheeps and bloopers can be in different spots, especially cheeps. And you can fireball them out of the way, but in tighter corridors, it's a lot harder to be able to aim your shot at them. All right, bottom left. Got him.
Get wrecked. Didn't even see what was coming.
Yeah, the shell was off screen until right when it made contact. Which is funny because it's off screen, but that means it stays on screen just long enough to still be loaded. So it's amazing that that works at all. It barely like bonks off the wall at the edge. Okay, I haven't hit this jump yet, and I'm usually pretty good at it, so hopefully I can finally hit this frame perfect 1-frame jump. Come on. No, really? You know what? I'm gonna practice it while we're here. Run's pretty much dead anyway. I don't know. I'm not doing well. Oh, nope. See, that's a frame late because Mario didn't jump. So this is a looping castle, which is how I'm able to... Okay. I must not be doing a 1-frame jump. It's hard to do a 1-frame jump. Like, you have to push A for only 1 frame. And that frame has to be a frame perfect. So, like, this isn't easy either, but... I feel like these should work. Let me try a more aggressive swipe jump. Like, you can kind of see what my thumbs are doing. Like... Okay.
This is good because...
This is looking bad.
No, but it's good because we got to show off, some individual
There.
trick
See, it's
practice.
possible. It's possible.
It is possible, yeah.
These fire bars are very weird. And then you would come here and then, kill them like that. Just not miss your fireball shot. Yeah, I am not doing well at that jump. I'd argue that, for me at least, the 2-2 wall jump's harder. So,
Maybe it's like the curse of, just you have so much individual ability, right, for frame perfect tricks, and you've gotten 2-2 so many times in a row where it's like, all right, you need to pay your dues, and it's making you pay your dues in 3-4 because that's totally how this works.
yeah, it sure feels like it. I don't know, I want to get at least 1 run out of there because then the run's serious. I'd be like 3 seconds out of world record if I just get that jump. And then we could see a world record live at GDQ.
Yeah. And I feel like for any of the classic Mario games, that's a huge deal just because of how optimized these games are. How many attempts, and yeah.
It's pretty well optimized for what it is. It's definitely not on par with SMB1 or anything, but what makes this hard is just there's more random elements. And just general level navigation is so much harder. So it's definitely hard to get top times in this. I've been grinding this category for over a year. So...
How many hours would you estimate you have just in Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2 combined?
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know. All right, fair. We won't delve into the details.
Probably
I imagine it's
multiple
many
months.
hours.
At this point, I don't know. I play this. You need to play a lot to be like at a top level for any speedrun. So there's plenty of hours. I'm sure it's in the thousands, maybe even tens of thousands. Don't know. And I definitely don't want to know. It's not something I keep track of. I just enjoy the attempts as they happen.
Fair. As long as you're still having fun, that's the important part, right?
Yeah. This category makes it hard, though, I'll admit, for me. Especially when you've been playing it for so long and haven't really been able to get quite what you've wanted to get in the time frame, but I don't know, getting to do stuff like this is fun, so...
Chad, are you having fun watching?
I'll take the positives. They outweigh the negatives, I'd say.
Watching GTA soon in this run, because I'm calling it, to get the dreaded 3-4 jump, the frame perfect jump. It's gonna happen.
One of these runs, it's gotta happen. It'd be out of character for me to not get it at least once, because I've gotten it 10 times in a row before. Before was
yes,
like
chat,
my specialty.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Fun, yes. I was just gonna say, it's out of character for me to be bad at 3-4. That's like my good thing about running this game. I'm usually bad at everything else.
I was like, yeah, GDQ Odyssey, you will have fun. Or else. Or else what? I can't say, but I'm just gonna say or else because it sounds ominous.
Leave them wondering what else.
What else could it be?
Be terrified by the unknown.
What punishment chat gets is going to depend on the subpixels, though. So, even I don't
Where's
know.
my fireball? Yeah, I mean, when you practice, you do it on like practice ROMs, and they have subpixel viewers while you're running the game. And like, if you're watching SMB1 and they're doing something like flagpole glitch, and they'll say like D70 or something, those are subpixel values.
So watching the replay, I did see 4 fireballs come out.
Yeah, I was mashing, but I guess I wasn't mashing fast enough. Well, 1-1's finally being hard again. Camera. I mean, again, as I was saying at the very start, 1-1 isn't easy. I think the original intent of this game was, it was like a continuation off of SMB1's difficulty. So this is supposed to be like World 9 of SMB1. And it definitely is. So just imagine, even World 1 is harder than the hardest world of SMB1. And that's this game. And it just gets harder. But yeah, this is exactly what a general attempt session looks like. Mainly World 1. But you'll get out of World 1 every other attempt or so.
And Chad, make sure if you want to see more lost levels, more runs, more grinding, to check out twitch.tv/GTAce99. Would you say this is primarily what you've been doing recently, or you have some other stuff mixed in for variety?
This is what I've been doing recently because I really want to get the world record. But yeah, I play Mario 1 and Lost Levels. I do a bunch of other Mario games. I go for records in Mario 1 and Lost Levels, though. Other games are more just for fun. Although I would say some of them are still pretty high level. I just like being good at Mario. It's fun. Community's great. Speedrunning is sick. All that. Yeah, I have a nice catalog of Mario records. I want to add this one to it. I haven't ever had this one yet.
I'm rooting for you to get it. If not today, soon.
I want to get it today. It'd be sick. Live on GDQ. But I'm not holding my breath either, as I've been saying time and time again today. This category is not easy in general, let alone speedrunning. Yeah. There we go. See, he died in 4 shots there. That means 1 fireball hit both hitboxes.
I saw that little bump. I'm assuming that did not cost us a frame rule.
Nope.
There we go.
I would probably reset if I lost that frame rule early enough in the run where it's worth it.
So going through this,
yep.
If we have a desired run, it's going to be like just nothing but zeros. Then on 3-4, is it? You're going to jump ahead like 2-ish seconds or so?
Well, not on my PB. My PB gets that jump.
Okay.
My PB is like 3 seconds ahead of world record throughout like the middle of the run, and then I lose time over it in the later part of the run.
Gotcha.
So I'd still be 0.0 on PB, but if I had world record splits somewhere, I would be ahead of those. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is match the goal splits. I'll eventually, hopefully, be ahead of PB, but not ahead of goal splits. Okay, that's weird. I didn't get a pixel to jump off of, even though I thought I did the setup right. I guess my turnaround was slow. I'll just blame subpixels, even though those subpixels can be manipulated.
That's what I was going to say. I was just going to say, because I don't know. I'm not an expert at this game. I don't have hundreds, thousands of hours in this.
Yeah, I wasn't questioning you.
So
I
just blame subpixels for everything. Yeah.
Like, I was trying to figure it out. But yeah, the wall jump pixel not being there is subpixel based. So I did not have good subpixels, and that's why it wasn't there. But those subpixels can be manipulated if I do it right. So I screwed up, but it was still technically subpixels. So we can blame subpixels anyway.
Yep, subpixels. Anytime you mess up, it's just subpixels.
Subpixels.
That's not accurate, but if you ever ask me, it's going to be subpixels.
Just keep calm and blame subpixels.
I'll be right some of the time. I'll never get tired of the swag backwards jumps.
Yeah, it's my highlight. I don't know if anyone else does it. This is an exclusive GTA strat.
Have you patented it?
I am now.
All right, there you go. Copywritten. Nobody else can do it. Unenforceable, but we'll know. We'll see someone run this.
Silently judge you.
They were watching GTA's. Yeah.
All right, how's the World 1 consistency? Let's see. Nope. So, like, 1 pixel to the right to not grab the fire flower. Like, I mean, even just getting that is hard. Everything I'm doing is hard. Some things are harder than others. But just anything can go wrong. The Murphy's Law of speedruns right here.
There's still just something mesmerizing about classic Mario movements. Like I just like I'm watching, just going over all the obstacles with relative ease. It's beautiful to watch. I love it.
Yeah, platforming speedruns are just, especially Mario games, like 2D, 3D, they all have something unique about them. SMB2 has like different characters, double jumps, some other glitches you can do with like fast carpets. SMB3 has its whole like RNG thing about it, and then its platforming is super sick. World 64, just every Mario game. Sick. I watched them all and am impressed by all of them and try to run almost all of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a single Mario platforming game that I don't find impressive to watch a speedrun of.
Yep. Like even every category for a game has something unique about it. And I just enjoy watching and doing that, so that's why I play so many categories for Mario 1, and then also try to play other Mario games.
I'm curious, chats. There's a number of Mario games out there, and looking at like the main series, aka the platforming games and all the sports games. Chat, I'm curious what your favorite game/category in the main Mario series is. Let me know. Why is it Warpless 8-4 for Lost Levels?
Oh, for me, it's Mario 1 Warpless, but I'm also heavily biased as a former world record holder.
There you go. Wait, what? So this has happened a number of times, and I'm very confused. Sometimes Bowser just like turns into a Goomba.
Oh yeah, that happens every time in 1-4. Yeah. The lore.
Why is that?
Is every Bowser except for the last Bowser is a fake Bowser. It's an enemy. Dang, I missed that.
How did I never notice?
Yeah, the lore is so every Bowser, if you kill it with fireballs, except 8-4, will transform into a different enemy. And yeah, it's just like, they're called fake Bowsers. So when you kill the Bowser in 8-4 with fire, it'll be Bowser's sprite that falls. He won't transform into an enemy.
Oh, that's so cool. I never knew that.
The lore. Very important lore.
My mind has been blown.
Actually, what's funny about this game is there are two Bowsers in 8-4. One of them's a slightly different color. We call him Bruce. And if you kill Bruce, he's not a different enemy. He dies like Bowser. So Bowser has a Luigi in this game, basically.
So what I'm getting at is Bowser has a brother.
Yep.
Had a brother. And we don't see Bruce in any other game. So I think this is the end of Bowser's story. Or Bruce's story.
Yeah.
Mario killed him. And then that explains so much why Bowser is so mad the rest of the series, trying to get revenge on Bruce.
Maybe. I don't know what.
God.
I think like the Bowser's canon name is just like Bowser's brother. I don't know. We call him Bruce in the community. So maybe not a canon name, but it's canon to us. And it's funny because in SMB1, you can get regular Bowser to have that color palette of Bruce in this game. If you like don't scroll the screen that far and Bowser goes far enough left, it doesn't load the correct color palette. So I think that's just what's happening here too. It's loading an incorrect palette for Bruce, and it just happens to work out. So he looks different, so it must be his brother.
Video games are magical.
They really are. Like, even unintended things become intended. At least in our hearts.
Every time, like, I learn more about what goes on under the hood, how things are loaded in, how memory works, and all this, I'm just more impressed anything works at all.
Yeah, it's impressive that these games work from the 80s with how they're programmed. Especially these work pretty well for the 80s. Super Mario Brothers was a like landmark game, and it doesn't have any like huge game breaking stuff. A lot of the glitches you see in speedruns aren't that big. Just a couple wrong warps and some little flagpole clips. Nothing huge. There isn't any like arbitrary code execution in SMB1 or Lost Levels. Not that we know of, at least.
Yet.
Like SMB3.
Because it's in SMB3, it's in Super Mario World as well.
Yep. I have gotten some sprite corruption before, though, if you get enough lag. But I don't know if that does anything. The score has no effect on the speedrun. What you have to wait for at the end of each level is the timer counting down. And it's faster to beat the level than try to get a faster timer. It wouldn't end up helping out because the timer countdown at the end of each level, it ticks down one increment every frame. And then, you know, in normal gameplay, each timer tick is like 23 or something. It's the best explanation I can give. Alright, let's despawn the flag correctly this time. I screwed up my staircase last attempt. There it is. Now for the wall jump.
We go.
So that's what happens if I do my setup one frame early. I like clip the corner of that invisible block and I lose my speed. So that's why that's frame perfect too. Just showcasing every way the run can go wrong with all the frame perfect stuff. Just to prove that it's all frame perfect and actually hard.
The game is Lost Levels is actually hard. So GTA's the year 2022. I don't know if I agree with this game being hard. I mean, I got through four worlds after hours and hours and hours of playing. Surely it can't be that difficult. Nah.
Oh no, it's
surely
free,
Nintendo
yeah.
didn't release this in the US because they thought it would be too hard for American audiences. No, surely not.
I think there's a lot of other factors why I didn't come over here. But yeah, that's definitely one of them. That's just the one everyone talks about. But there's also, like, this is an FDS game. They would have to put it on an NES cartridge, which is different. It's literally Mario 1, basically. Maybe people wouldn't be interested in just the same game. And then, yeah, it's hard as heck, so that doesn't help either. There's some good video about it. Probably Gaming Historian talked about it in detail. It's interesting to know exactly why it didn't come over instead of just the default, it's too hard for us dumb Americans. But it sure is hard. That is an undeniable fact. What's the question?
It is hard. Yeah, so we got a question, Chaz, is one I'll answer, about, why are we restarting the run? Why are we resetting the run? And this hotfix show is called PB Precipice, and what we do for the duration of the show for about 3-ish or so hours is we take a run, and we have a runner on, in this case GT Ace, who's doing greats in lost levels here. This game's brutally difficult, despite my memery throughout the evening. And the goal is to, get a run on pace and see personal bests and or world records happen live.
So yeah, these are PB attempts, not just one attempt. Showcase what goes into attempts of a speedrun, not just the full speedrun itself. Because behind every world record in PB you see are hundreds, if not thousands, of attempts. This is what they look
We're trying
like.
to showcase that, yep.
Oh,
So you watch
what am I
a
doing?
world record video on YouTube or on Twitch, or you see a no reset run at GDQ, and this really delves into what it takes to, get very, very good, get top level at a video game.
I don't know if my attempt counter's showing on stream, but for this category alone, it's currently at 3,829.
There you have it.
That's a lot.
I
And
will
have
say this.
I only have
After
like
this attempt,
6
we will go into a
PBs
break.
in this.
Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that.
Gotcha. I only have like 6 or 7 PBs in this category ever. So
Yeah, we're going to keep this run going, and whether it finishes or we reset at a certain point, we're going to be heading into another wellness break afterwards. But we still got plenty of show left for y'all. And more backwards jumps at the end of 1-2. Let's go.
I don't need a break, so this is going to be the run. Definitely.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right.
I have
This
full
is it.
confidence, I say, definitely not sarcastically. Unless I can get out of World 1. Oh, I'm not even making it out of 1-3.
Was that enough to lose a frame rule, or are we good?
No, I'm losing 1. I can try to back it up, though, with a faster 1-4, but that would require Bowser being nice, and that is rare. But I can try. Doesn't hurt to try. I would gold if it happens, too. I'd get a gold split. So, I'll give it my best effort.
I already noticed that fireball was in a different spot.
I bonked by accident on the elevator. What you try to do is try to jump super high, because the fireballs go at a diagonal downwards motion. So I'm trying to hit Bowser earlier by shooting them high enough so they hit him before hitting the ground. And I jumped way too high, so I ended up bonking the elevator by accident. Hard to do everything. I actually lost a frame rule on top of normal. I don't know what I could do to try to bring this back. I know it's only 2 frame rules, but that's a lot in this game.
Just do some flagpole glitches and you're set, right?
Yeah, except there isn't. To do an FPG, you need to have subpixels lined up, and generally they aren't. So you have to do some sort of setup to set them up. Most levels don't really have that here, at least not yet. So I can't really just do an FPG. Oh, I was too early again anyway. All right, well, there we go.
All right.
Break time.
GTV, yeah, everybody, don't go anywhere. We're heading into a brief 5-minute or so wellness break, and we're going to be back after this with another hour of PB attempts, Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. See y'all soon. And welcome back from the break, everybody. As a reminder, you are watching PB Precipice on the Games Done Quick Hotfix. I am your host, fans_TV, filling in for Adef, who is on vacation this week. And we are running Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels Warpless 8-4. And GTS has been putting in live PB attempts here for you all. And, I don't want to take up too much more time, so let's get right back into it.
All right, then.
I believe.
I just got to get one past 3-4. We can have the true run showcase. Now, there's definitely a lot of hard stuff after 3-4, but there's no frame perfect stuff after 3-4, so that's what's nice.
That's the end of it? Okay.
That's the end of the frame perfect stuff. At least that I can think of. Now, I'm sure a ton of things are 2 frames, but it's not frame perfect.
Very, very different.
Very different. A whole
That's
1/30th of a
frames,
second
double the
instead of
frames,
1/60th. Yeah. Easy. Free even. We'll see how it goes.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll get there.
Just gotta hope a couple things line up.
Those dastardly sub-pixels of doom.
Yep. As long as 2-4 gives me the clip, that's all I need. Everything else is pretty much on me to get out.
I'm now focusing so hard on your coin count.
Yeah.
Making sure it's not 1-3.
If I play everything correctly, it should never be a problem. You kind of route the coins in with the run. And then luckily in castle levels, it doesn't matter. Interesting.
Interesting.
Those sprites, the hitbox is only on the front half. So I thought I unducked past the hitbox, but I guess not.
It happens.
But yeah, hitboxes in SMB1 in this game are interesting. Some don't quite match the sprites. You'll notice that with piranha plants especially. People, uneducated folk in comments usually get on speedrunners' cases about not dying to plants. Their hitbox is very tiny at the very bottom of their sprite. So almost the entire green part of piranha plants, you can just touch and it's fine. Whoops. Well, let's see if I can do bottom route and showcase what I'm talking about. Ah, I hit that guy. That's why you don't want to go bottom route. You have to do very hard pipe jumps and stuff.
At least we gotta see a little bit of it,
See that plant? You jump right over. No problem. Jump off the pipe on the right side. Oops. Sometimes you miss your split. Luckily, I should know my pace at all times regardless. So as I don't screw anything up too badly.
Have you basically done enough runs where you could see where an enemy's spawning is oh, I am not on the correct frame rule?
In few cases, sure. In SMB1, yes. But in this game, it's a bit harder. I only have a few ones memorized for the pace I want. And I could kind of tell. But it's just easier and better to have splits. so you don't have to like second guess yourself.
Right.
And sometimes maybe patterns look the same. I remember I had one case where I was trying to map out a run of like the letter worlds. So I was mapping out the frame rules for my run. And I got there on pace and a pattern was different than what I had mapped out. And it was because like the opening part of the level where like 4 bullet bills shoot, all shot in synchronization on 2 different frame rules. But it was different. So
Oh my goodness.
you can't rely on that either. It's very complicated. That's my final answer. It's complicated.
It's complicated. There you go. There you have it, chat.
All right, that's World 1.
Just like that.
Now we can despawn a flag.
I'm ready.
Just hit the vine. And hit this guy. And there it goes. That's all you need to do.
No flags here.
No flags here. Don't need them. Just despawn. Anyone
Too much
can do
upkeep
it.
anyway. You have to wash them and take them up, put them down. Like, no, just leave it off.
It's just got a skull on it, not a great flag you want. Just have it not there at all. Aw. Sometimes you can get good subpixels even if you jump a frame early there. So I was just hoping I still got a wall jump pixel, but I did not. Keep jumping 1 frame early on that first frame perfect. I need to stop doing that. So I can go back to making that wall jump look free. I'm finally getting punished for being too good at it earlier and showcasing what it's
good.
actually like to
This
go for
is
that
very
wall jump.
good. The reason this is very good is because you're now going to be fine on 3-4.
Oh, how I hope that's true. What's nice about getting out of 3-4 as well is World 4 is pretty nice. 4-1 and 4-2 I would consider free levels for a speed run. And then 4-3 I do have mapped out. And then 4-4 is the only hard part, but once you're out of there, you kind of have a little bit of leeway again. And then you're at the point of just getting through the levels and you don't have to rely on a bunch of frame perfect stuff. So if I can just get out of 3-4, I can at least have what I would call a run go. But this is definitely the jail cell. Worlds 1 through 3.
I'm pulling for you. Kind of amazed just how fast World 1 goes.
Yeah.
Under 3 minutes for the whole world.
I like it too. I want to be out of World 1 as soon as I possibly can. Get me out. Yeah, just to drive the point home about how hard this game is, this is actually a pretty good attempt session. I haven't made it out of World 3 on pace yet. There's still 5 more worlds after that. I am missing this jump a lot. I don't know what I'm doing. I think my A button's being weird again. What usually happens when the rubbers inside the controller start to give out is my like held jumps start being shorter and shorter than what I want. I think that's starting to come into effect a little bit, but I'll just push the button harder and hope that fixes it. Maybe I'm not pushing A hard enough.
That's one thing I've always done in these games and still do to this day, where, the button's a digital button. It's either red or it's not red. There's no pressure sensitivity at all to it, but I press the button instinctively harder when I want to go higher, even though it has no actual effects. Like, all I need to do is just trigger it, but I've actually gotten like blisters on my thumbs because I'm pressing the button too hard. Always, because it's just like, go higher. I press hard, you go higher.
I push it harder because I'm worried it won't register at all. And funnily enough, I think I kind of do that, where I like push A not as hard if I want to do a small jump. Because like the way I push, your height depends on how long you've held A. So it kind of helps me like release it quicker if I push it softer.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost kind of works out, even though, it's still a 1 or nothing kind of deal. Which sucks because sometimes I've had the rubbers inside the controller break. And
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've gone through like 20 of them. It happens all the time, but sometimes when that happens and you try to use it, what will happen is you'll like do a full jump and it will register it for like maybe a couple frames and then have a frame of nothing and then go back to registering it or something again. And as long as you let go of A, even if it's for 1 frame during a jump, that's the end of the jump. So even if you like do a full jump and at the very start of the jump, A like for some reason stops being pressed for 1 frame, the jump will be very tiny. But that's very rare. I definitely don't have anything broken in here right now.
Hey, we're through 1-1. Let's go.
Yep. I should hope I get out of 1-1. I mean, it is difficult, but it's also 1-1, so level I play the most, so I should be the best at it. I think that's how it works. Yeah, these are custom buttons, not like NES original. Unless they were and they were painted. I actually don't know about that. I don't think they were painted, though.
And just to reiterate, if you're coming in late, you'll look on the splits here that we have on the screen for you all to view, and you'll see like plus 0.0 or minus 0.0, red or green. That's mainly just to variations of the human manual splitting process, but as long as you see that, GTS is on the exact same pace, the exact same frame really needs to be on, regardless of smaller, minute variations in split timing.
Yeah, in this game you only lose time between levels in increments of 1/3 of a second. So if it says something that isn't like in those increments, it was like a manual splitting error because I'm not a robot, despite what it may look like, maybe.
I think even a robot would be hard-pressed to do a lot of this stuff.
Maybe.
So I gotta know, in the original Mario Brothers, does Bowser do the same thing where it's like a Goomba and... okay. I'd never do this. I feel like an idiot.
No one really notices, or I've seen people have this same brain blast, like, oh, he turns into an enemy when you kill him with fire. I think part of it is
because I
usually
never
you don't
kill 'em with fire.
Yeah, exactly.
I always do the axe.
But in speedruns, it's faster to fire kill him, so you get to see it all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I get to 2-4 and fire kill, you'll see it probably won't be a Goomba. It'll turn into, I forget what 2-4 is, probably just a Koopa.
I think it's a Koopa. Yeah. That's when I first noticed it. Like, Bowser's shell is oddly small.
They are both Koopa shells. Just one of them's a King Koopa shell. Alright, wall jump. There it is.
Easy every time.
Except for the, past 4 times, but...
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Just 3 frame-perfect A-presses there. We take those. Now we have a shot at subpixels. Everyone's favorite. Alright. Good subpixels, please.
Come on. Come on,
Flip into
subpixels.
the wall.
Get him in there.
You jerk. Oh, my fireball didn't come out either. Well, then in that case, I'll showcase this. There's a mushroom here.
Hey.
Isn't that a fun place for one?
Wonderful.
Also, just go in the wall. Fun.
Yeah, this seems normal.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to
that
get into the wall there?
Yeah, you can clip into any wall like that from either side.
We do have a question in chat of how much does lag affect the run?
So lag frames are part of the run. So if you get lag frames, you will lose time. There's not a ton. It'll never be more than a second, but you definitely want to minimize lag frames. And sometimes that's not entirely in your control. Because they can happen on a Bowser fight, because you have your fireballs, and a lot of the Bowser fights have, a fire bar and a potaboo, and then Bowser's hammers that he throws in later levels. That all just can cause a ton of lag. So in this game, it might not be entirely within your control of just how many lag frames you get. SME1 is a lot more controllable. But yeah, I've had some unfortunate occurrences with the lag frames in the past, so they definitely have a factor in your speedrun.
So seeing more questions about when are we going to see time save in the run, and based off of these splits, I believe that's at the end of 3-4.
No, my PB has a good first half and a bad second half, so all the time saves at levels I haven't even reached in these attempts yet. My PB is really good. It's on pace for what I wanted. At earliest, if I do everything, I could save one in 4-3, and then I have multiple in World 6, 7, and 8. But yeah, all of my time save is at the end of the run. Everything I'm doing here is just what I have to do to match my PB. My PB does all this. Come on, man. I'm mashing.
Come on, Bowser.
I jump while facing backward for swag. That is the only reason. Please enjoy.
It's a valid reason, because it doesn't lose time.
If I did it in this level, it would, because the frame rule's tight, but in 1-2, you have a ton of leeway. This one, you have 1 frame to spare.
One thing I've never been able to do is just do a clean staircase climb.
Staircases are hard.
It's so great every time I see it.
We call it a stair boss. If you mess up the staircase, you got stair bossed. Because it's pretty hard. It's a difficult boss encounter. Those staircases just sitting there. But after climbing tens of thousands of staircases, you get a little better at it.
Oh.
I didn't get speed out of the grab.
Oh no, it's 13. Ah.
Yeah. I mean, I was already losing time because I didn't get speed out of the grab anyway. So the coin count wouldn't have mattered. I would have had a lower in-game time. But I reset because that was slow anyway. Because you actually only have a couple of frames to jump off that block and build up your running speed on it before you jump off. Like, there's a lot of little things that are hard, but maybe just not frame perfect. Can't really make the FPG block inputs easier. They're as hard as they always are. I have chat pulled up. I'm trying to read it, but this game requires a lot of focus.
Also, at any point, if you need like focus time, let me know.
I shouldn't get distracted by commentary. I just might fall silent sometimes. It's just preference if you play an emulator or console, whatever you have available. There we are. And they're 14, so now I can get a 3. No fireworks.
You good?
NES emulators actually run at the same frame rate as consoles. Alright, let's get out of World 1 again. Let's kill Bowser with the fire, turn him into his Goomba cell. There it is.
There we go. Let's go.
I got all 5 fireballs that time. I guess usually for me he dies in 4 there. Because that was tight for 5. Guess I've never noticed. Anyway, let's despawn the flag. Hopefully not stair boss. And there it is.
All right. Goodbye, flag. Hardly knew you.
And now for the wall jump. Really does never end with the amount of stuff you have to do. It's back to back hard stuff. But
Let's
there
go.
it is. All right, good stuff. Maybe subpixels will be nice this time. I need chat to bless the run for good subpixels.
I believe. Especially as we go through the absolutely free 2-3, right?
Compared to everything else, yes.
So those 2 fireballs you shot to the left.
Just for fun.
Yeah. RNG manipulation.
Oh, sure. Let's go with that.
Mhm.
It worked.
Oh, look at those fireballs. See, I told you, huh?
I guess I gotta shoot those fireballs more often.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2-4 on pace. All right. Just got to get out of World 3 and I can have my first real speedrun of this category today.
All right, as we are nearing the end of the show, we're going to allow for up to 1 more resets. Obviously, we'll continue on with this run if it's going to be great. Come on, 3-4.
Well, I'm on pace, so I...
Don't reset this. Heck no. We blessed it with
I'll
the
make
fireballs.
this a no reset, even if I screw up something. How about that?
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. So I will showcase the entire game this run. Even if I screw up something. Although that does add a lot of pressure. I don't know if I'm up for this.
If we don't make it out of 3-4, we can do 1 more.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Everything is fine.
I don't know if it is. Oh wait, my coin count's bad. Oh wait, no it's not? No it's not, I'm dumb.
You're fine. Everything's good.
I had the coin count backwards. It's 2 away in the other direction. Well, that's actually bad. I lost a frame roll for no reason. I had it backwards for some reason. All right, at least bottom left again, of course. Got him. My coin count's higher than I'm used to, so I guess my brain just freaked out. I really wish I didn't throw this runaway to that of all things. All right, I can save it. I just have to have like 2 nearly frame perfect ducks on top of the double frame perfect jump. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
That sounds easy, right, chat?
Nope. Yeah, I have to reset it.
All right, so this will now go into a
All right.
no reset run, this time for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to like press duck on the last frame and then unduck as early as you possibly can, and if you do it too early, you get pushed out of the wall. So just unfortunate that that's how that happened. But yeah, that was my fault. I just misread my coin count and that threw away the run.
It's all good. We've all been there.
Now what happened is that pattern I got in 3-2 scared me. So I wasn't thinking straight. So I'll blame my patterns I got. So I don't have to blame
Alright.
myself.
Blame subpixels, blame patterns.
Yeah,
but
I'll blame
more importantly,
subpixels.
don't forget to shoot the 2 fireballs.
I won't. I'll also backwards jump. Although it's gonna be hard to... If this is a no reset, like... It's hard to just get a run. If this is a no reset, I almost don't want to go for 2-2 wall jump then.
You do whatever you want to do. I'd say go for it since the trick is so free. Definitely not triple frame perfect or anything like that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I have full confidence I can hit it first try on a no reset. Definitely.
yeah. God, the pillars. That's just such cool movement over the pillars.
It's also very hard.
Yeah.
A lot of D-pad maneuvering.
Yeah, spoilers, chat, but it turns out almost everything in this game is hard.
Who would have thought?
We would talk a lot about these triple frame perfect, double frame perfect inputs and all that, but just the general movements you have to do for this run to work at all is incredibly difficult.
All right, since this is no reset, I won't go for the wall jump.
Fair.
But now I have to remember what the old strat was. All right, hopefully I get it right. It'll actually probably look just as cool if I do it right. There we go.
Whoa. Whoa, that was cool.
And now you get to see just how much time saved the wall jump saves. The triple frame perfect, for my strat at least, wall jump. It saves a whole 1 second.
That's 3 frame rules.
That's 3 whole frame rules. Oh yeah, now I don't know my patterns. Oh well. This is going to be very reactionary now. Alright, those were good patterns. I shot the fireballs.
All right.
See if it
all right,
works.
Very good. Mm-hmm. We're 1 for 1.
You know, technically I can PB without that wall jump. It'd just be very hard. Nope, didn't work this
Dang.
time.
It must have been some combination of the wall jump, so we need to find a new manip. Yeah, that's it. That's totally it.
Oh, Loadaboo. Interesting. That Loadaboo, or the Podaboo was so low, we call it Loadaboo because haha, but it was so low that I couldn't jump under it like I normally can. Well,
Small Mario
see if
time,
I remember
baby.
getting power-ups back.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Oh my gosh, please. Just
Oh,
outta
my
here.
goodness.
leave. Well, that was the sketchiest 3-1 of my life.
Didn't die, though.
I didn't die. All right, let's see if we can get a 21-minute time at least, even though even that's going to be hard now. But I have Fire Flower back. This can no longer PB at all. But I can complete a speed run. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, these bloopers. Heck 'em.
Yeah, I've never seen that blooper spawn before. Whoa, the double. One fireball, 2 enemies. That was cool. Oh, you're going this way again, huh? What, for the fans? It's just easy.
It's just that easy. Oh my. Go follow this man.
Just like 5 frame perfect inputs. Also got him. Koopa kill, still the best thing in the game. You know what's gonna happen is now this is gonna be the run where I hit the jump. That's how it goes.
Ready? I'm ready.
No, I was early again. I am not. I just can't hit it. But oh well.
It's fine. It's fine. We're going on.
Yeah,
We're gonna go to
I'm
World
going
War.
on.
Did that Podoboo eat the shot? Okay, no, I thought the Podoboo just ate the shots.
It can, yeah. That probably happened. I just didn't notice. Also, that Bowser was a Buzzy Beetle.
Oh, nice. Get Heck Lakitu. And it's back.
Got him again.
Does that like
Although-
save time with like lag frames with it not spawning enemies
No.
and stuff?
Nah, that didn't cause any lag frames. Killing him or not, so.
It's just heck this guy.
It was
right?
just for swag, as I've been saying all day. Just for swag.
Hey, swag
the best way
important
to speedrun.
Yeah, important to any speedrun. The swag. Do things more difficult or scarier that doesn't save time, oftentimes loses time, but darn does it look cool.
Yep. So this level is going to be scary because I have no idea what the bullets will do. And they are very random. So... Whoa. I landed on that platform way too early. Or that spring. Alright, good bullet pattern. We'll take it. Alright, the goal is to not lose fire, but that is very hard to do sometimes.
Yo, nice.
It's not over yet. That one's a spiny. Wow, that was clutch. I got like a horrible fire breath pattern. And then I got a lucky Podoboo and wow. Alright, so right here, I paused my timer. These are the loads. They vary across what platform you play on and even sometimes the console. So we remove them from the speedrun.
Wow.
Alright. Something cool happens in this level if I do it right. I was talking about a super jump in 5-1. This is 5-1. Also, wind.
Y'all love wind.
I don't. I'll explain why later. In like 7-3. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Up and over.
What? Huh? Wait, how are you supposed to get up there?
There are 2 invisible blocks,
Of course there are.
but you can just super jump off the Koopa. Now I actually screwed it up and I bonked, which is slower, but I got
Hey,
up
it still
there.
looks
So,
dang cool.
Yeah. And then, nah, I bonked. Too risky. I could do another swag strat here, but I really worry about that's a risky one. I guess I could just try it. You You know what? I'll try it. There we go. So if you do that optimally, you can save a little bit of time. I did it very slowly, but yeah, I did a wrong warp by... You can go inside any upside down pipe and trigger a pipe transition. So yeah,
Wow.
you can just do what I did there.
Just do it.
Yeah. So it just took me to where you exit that level anyway. All right, bullets. Oh my. That's what we call reaction. Got a 1-up for getting 100 coins. Now for a hard level that I'm going to try to play as safe as possible. But if I was on a good pace, I could do the... Oh. Oh, that's right.
Safe as possible. Okay.
Yeah, I know what happened there. See, you can run on... Oh, you can't a small Mario. There's so many technicalities. You can run off that platform onto that if you don't jump. I jumped and didn't notice. But these potaboos get in your way, which is what I was scared of. I was trying to load them. Whatever. That's fine. I can get Fire Flower back and can still do a cool trick coming up in the next level, so it's not a big deal. There's so many small things you have to remember that when I'm doing like PB attempts usually don't matter, so I don't even think about it. But in this situation, it's a little different. Okay, okay. Yeah,
All right, that's good. That's good. We're fine. Yep. There we go.
Just gonna do that. Okay, I can get a Fire Flower here, and then I can do a cool trick.
I'm ready.
If I jump at the right time, at least. I just have to... Where's this Fire Flower? Is it here? Yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. Woo! Clutch. All right. Don't blink.
Wait,
Notice anything?
nothing at all seemed out of the ordinary there.
All right.
You just ran. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that probably warrants an explanation. What happened there was there's an invisible block to the left of that pipe that you can like hit to reveal a coin. If there's an invisible block next to a solid object, you can just clip straight through it. You'll see that in 8.4. Very importantly. But yeah, you can just do it there and go right through the pipe. It's fine. Here's the level I hate. And you'll see why very soon, I'm sure. If you liked 3.4, real fun level. Also, I should bring it up. It looked like my head was clipping through a lot of enemies and ceilings there. There's a very easy glitch you can do called a duck swim, where if you're doing a duck and then initiate a swim, Mario's hitbox will stay the same as a duck, but his sprite will be back to normal. And so you can have half a hitbox while you swim. The downside to that is you can't shoot fireballs when you're in that state because the game thinks you're ducking, and you can't shoot fireballs while ducking. But in some situations, it's helpful. Also, this level's terrifying. But we're good. But yeah, that's my least favorite level. And to do it optimally, you have to basically do that whole level that you just saw, no slowdown, in 6.2. It's not fun. Here, I'm going to do some fun stuff. So I'm going to go here, and then go back. Assuming I did that right, I triggered the maze while also beating the fireball, or the fire bar, and now the level doesn't warp, or, yeah, like, warp you back to the start, like maze levels do. That I did a firebar manip, so I could get under that. This jump sucks. Made it, though.
Yo.
And this Bowser is a blooper. So that's a tough level. I actually played it pretty well, except for the end. So that was good.
Everything I see just looks darn impressive from, like, at least my point, not being an expert in lost levels.
All right, another hard level.
Is the wind
My fireball
consistent
missed.
or timer based?
It's consistent with the level when you load it. Oh, I forgot to get the star. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what happens. If the hammer bros are in the way, you just die. I'm here. I'm gonna try to do something cool. If you're on the very left side of the screen, hammers don't kill you.
Oh,
So,
that's
there
nice.
we go.
And we're out.
Yeah, this is AV Famicom. Real hardware-ish, because I am on EverDrive, because I don't have an FDS, but close enough. All right, I can get power-ups back here. I just don't want a game over, because that would take me back to 7-1. Might be risking it a little bit here, but that's fine. For the content. Just be glad I remember where all the power-ups are. Back
By any
when it
chance, have you
mattered.
run all power-ups?
I have a SMB1, not this game. Just when I first started running this game, I kind of needed to do all power-ups. So I still remember where they are. All right.
Not bad at all.
All right, 7-3 is a terrifying level. It's wind the whole time, and you have to do the whole level by bouncing on springs while you're not visible on screen.
Yeah, what's with these mega springs?
All right, that should be a spring to spring. That's pretty tight. Boom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this level, though. All right. So this should be a perfect level, though, because I got that spring to spring bounce. Yep.
That's terrifying, every
Oh,
bit of it.
I hate it. It's not fun. And then there's a harder variant of it in C3, the letter levels. All right. I saved time over my PB.
Hey!
Aw, no clip. Subpixels. Let's blame the subpixels. Also,
Certainly
this
not
level
any
just
fault of our own. Yeah.
this level's terrifying. By the way, if you thought that was bad, it only gets worse.
Oh, that looks safe.
Still not over. No, the hammer hit me.
But we're out.
I had to jump for that though because the fire bar gave me a bad cycle, so it was coming back around. Hopefully I can still do what I need to do here because this is such a cool trick in this level that I cannot not do it. I have one shot and I have to wait for these plants because I don't have fire to kill them now. All right, so I just wrong warped a little later into the level.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, wow,
Ooh.
that made it. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I got a bit lucky there, I'll be honest.
it's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is fine. I know what I'm doing, and that's what's important. But yeah, you do that wrong warp in Warpless here. It doesn't even always warp you later into the level. It depends on some like checkpoint system from earlier. I don't really know how it works, but it works. Let's see here. I can try to get this fire flower. Okay, no, never mind. I guess maybe you can't do it that way. I thought I'd give it a try at least. Alright, this will look cool if I do it right. Here we go.
Whoa.
Easy enough. Last chance to FPG. That was close. Oh,
Not bad.
this is a
Right?
cool thing. So I have a 33 and I got a 3 on the timer. If your timer matches a coin value of 11, you get a 1-up at the flagpole.
Hey, all right, safety.
So good showcase. And that actually saves my butt because now I have 2 lives. I am very glad that worked out. Because I did not mean to do that.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna need it. You're gonna be fine.
There's
Now, jump.
There's bricks there that blend in with the castle background, but they're solid.
I gotta know, these hammer bros,
Yeah.
if you're
those
just
are
like
consistent.
the same every time, you're
Yeah.
consistent through.
Those are consistent
All
for me. All right. 8-4 time.
Final level. Here we are. I did not know you could go down this pipe.
You
I've
have
seen
to go
people
down
do this
pipe.
run.
That's a mandatory pipe you have to go in. Just like 8-1 of SMB1, you have to take a certain route. You know what? Just to be safe, I'll get this, even though I don't really need it.
God, let's jump.
Fast excel. Hard trick to do, but makes it that part the most optimal. So you gain speed while still on that pipe. And now I just have to do one more hard thing. There we go. Okay. So when I was saying you can clip into the floor to do invisible blocks. Also, hi, Bruce.
Hey, bye, Bruce.
That's Bruce. Notice he was a different color. And here, I'll just go ahead and kill Bowser to show you that Bowser does die as Bowser. And that's a speed run of the Lost Levels. And despite
GG.
everything, that wasn't a bad time. Or at least not that bad.
23-12. Yeah. Wow, this run is wild.
Oh, it's a run, all right.
Jeez, like, just the amount of things that have to go perfect to get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the stuff after. I'm amazed you could finish these runs at all, GTAs. This is incredible.
So the time I'm going for is almost 2 minutes faster than this run. And this run wasn't terrible. I died a few times, but 2 minutes I have to take off of what I just did.
You know, I believe you can do it. You'll get there. Just given enough time, given enough practice, I believe. Also, what are these toads doing? Is this them
They're
dancing? Or
like firework toads, I don't know.
Yeah, just what's going on? Can anyone explain what's going on here? Because I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, I did beat the game warpless, so I unlocked World 9 bonus content.
Unfortunately, we are at our time. I would love to see bonus content of this game, but chat, if you want to see, potentially
It loads
the
automatically
bonus content.
anyway.
Yeah, well, we're doing this while we're closing. While we're closing, we're doing close thoughts. Go ahead, play. Yeah, play while we're closing. If you want to see more runs, more world record attempts, and just more classic Super Mario Brothers 1 and 2, be sure to go on over and give GTAce a follow. He's a wonderful person, wonderful Mario player, one of the best, I would say, and just has an immense amount of knowledge, as you've seen here today, of just all the different ways you can save minute amounts of time and putting it all together, wrapping it up into a world record performance. And GTAs, I hope, although we didn't get a PB today, I want to say it has been very fun, at least for me, getting to know this game a lot better. So I feel like I've learned so much about this game just in like the couple hours we spent here, and I'm sure chat that goes with you as well. Just how the game works, how times are saved. Like whenever I watch runs in the future, I'm gonna be like, I know this. Oh, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. They're deleting the flag. I'm gonna know this.
Yeah. I knew it was probably unlikely I was going to PB because this run is just so difficult. So I wanted to make sure I could talk as much about the run as I could to at least inform on just how everything works. So hopefully I did all right on that.
This was a blast, and I know chat was having a good time. I saw a whole bunch of minds blown just as you were going through this no reset. Like, wait, what? How?
Yeah,
How
there's
did
a
you do
ton of
this?
stuff.
It is. Anyway, that is it, everybody, for PB Precipice, but Hotfix is not over. Stay tuned after this for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, a show all about co-op speedruns, hosted by the one and only Frozen Flygon, who I saw have been lurking around here. It's going to be great, I promise. Also, just as a heads up, Hotfix will be taking Labor Day off. So after today, be sure to tune in Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for random number generation, followed by aimbot. But again, more Hotfix coming to you right after the break. I've been Vance, and it's been a wonderful time. We'll see you all in a little bit.
Bye.